This is Linux Mint and I'm going to be installing it on my computer, not in a virtual machine, just to find out if it can actually replace Windows. What is Linux Mint? Linux Mint is an operating system for desktop and laptop computers. It is designed to work out of the box and comes fully equipped with the apps most people need. Give it a try. You'll love it. Most of our users come from Windows and they never look back. Let's download it and find out if it is actually that good. Ooh, we have multiple options in here. Cinnamon Edition, XFCE Edition, Mate Edition. It says sleek, modern, intuitive. So I'm gonna go with the Cinnamon Edition. It's almost 3 gigabytes, which is smaller than the Ubuntu. So it's gonna be less bloated. Let's prepare our USB flash drive. And I'm gonna be using Ventoy because some of you guys suggested me to use Ventoy instead of Rufus. So I don't have to format my USB drive every single time I try out the different operating system. Windows, what are you doing here? Get out from here. Okay, our Ventoy bootable USB drive is ready with the Linux Mint inside. Let's reboot our system and install it. This is going to be my first time trying out Linux Mint. I'm actually excited. Here, we're gonna select our USB flash drive. Ooh, verification failed. I think I need to turn off the secure boot. So let's do that. Okay, now let's try this again. Yes, it worked. Let's select the Linux Mint ISO file in here, boot in normal mode. Okay, there are multiple options. I think I'm gonna go with the first option at the top. Oh, look at that logo. Oh, look at the desktop. Okay, so we haven't installed this yet. This is a live session. The best thing about Linux, you can try out the operating system before you even install it. But I want to install it and then try it out. So there is this desktop shortcut called Install Linux Mint. We're gonna double click on it. Hopefully it launches the installer. Okay, let's choose the language. English, looks good. Install multimedia codecs. Multimedia codecs are required to play some video formats and to properly render some websites. Let's install it. Okay, this is where we need to select the drive to install. So we can choose install Linux Mint alongside Windows Boot Manager, do the dual boot, erase disk and install Linux Mint, something else. I'm gonna do erase disk and install Linux Mint. I have one extra drive, so we're gonna select that and install it. And let's click on install now. I can't go back now. Okay, it's gonna erase the disk and install the Linux Mint on it. Okay, it gives me the confirmation. Write the changes to the disk. Yes. Continue. Where are you? I can be anywhere in the world. We're gonna go with the Mexico. Why not? PC name is going to be Penguin PC. Let's give it a very strong password and let's click continue. And just like that, it has begun installing the Linux Mint. Installation complete. Continue testing. Restart now. We're gonna restart and boot into the Linux Mint. Let's remove the bootable USB drive and then let's hit enter. In Boot Manager, it says Ubuntu, not Linux Mint. Many Linux distros out there are based on Ubuntu. No surprise, but let's see if it is better than Ubuntu and also Windows 11. And this is going to be the first boot of Linux Mint on our PC. Again, this is not virtual machine. You can't fully understand Linux unless you have installed it on your real hardware. Okay, so we have the welcome screen here. Welcome to Linux Mint. Let's go. Desktop colors. First, make yourself at home so we can customize this thing. Look at the start menu. I understand why people love Linux Mint. It looks familiar. So we have the start menu just like Windows 7. I'm not gonna say Windows 10 or 11, and it looks really good. So let's actually launch the desktop colors. Okay, this is where we can customize our Linux Mint. I like the dark theme. I'm just going to switch to dark theme. We have advanced settings in here. Here we can change the mouse pointer. Oh, okay. You know, this is a pointer that I use on my Windows PC. It comes with my favorite pointer built in. It's called Bibata Modern Classic. So we can choose other pointers from here. Application menu buttons. Ooh, there are so many to choose from. I didn't expect Linux Mint to be this customizable out of the box. Oh, these are themes, aren't they? So there is a built-in theme downloader. This is also unexpected. Windows 10 Lite theme. I'm gonna download it just for the memes. And let's download the most popular one, Adapta Necto. I don't like the Windows 10. Okay, we're gonna go with the Adapta Necto. Ooh, this looks much better. It's like bluish, darkish. I'm happy with the customization. Now, system snapshots. Let's launch it to see what's up. I think this is like the system restore point in Windows, but in Linux, it's called system snapshot. Driver manager, let's launch it and see if we can download and update our drivers. Right now, it's using the open source driver for our NVIDIA, but it says this one is recommended. So let's actually install the proper driver that it has recommended. I'm gonna go and apply that. The built-in tools for managing drivers and all that are actually pretty good. I really like this theme actually. This is so smooth on eyes. It's better than the dark theme. It's still a dark theme, but it looks smooth like silk. All the tools that I have explored in Linux Mint are working flawlessly. I haven't touched the terminal. Out of the box, I like Linux Mint. I don't like Ubuntu out of the box. Okay, Linux Mint looks familiar, like it has the start menu, taskbar, just like Windows. So I don't really need to customize anything other than the themes. On Ubuntu, everything looks completely different and I have to customize every single thing to make it comfortable to use. Linux Mint is comfortable out of the box. I don't have to do anything. This update took forever. One of the biggest updates that I have ever performed inside Linux. I guess the ISO was a little bit outdated. Okay, we'll explore everything once we restart our computer. We installed the new drivers, the new updates. Okay, our system is up to date. Let's explore this even further. Oh, we can switch in between the different graphics drivers, switch to Intel, switch to NVIDIA. Wow, this is something new on demand. NVIDIA performance mode. Let's go performance mode actually. I want the best performance because we'll be doing some gaming too. Okay, the browser is Firefox pre-installed. Can I be honest here? I am currently using a Firefox based browser. I switched from Chrome to Firefox just recently. It is called Flurp. I'm having some issues. It uses more RAM than Chrome and sometimes it performs worse than Chrome. I'm not trying to hate here. I'm just being honest here. So Firefox is not going to be my preferred browser. Okay, so we need to download the Chrome here. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest here and gonna download the Chrome. You know, we should use the software manager to download the apps instead of the website. Okay, there is the Chromium browser, but not the Chrome. So let's actually download it from the website. It's a .deb file. Let's open it. Everything looks so clean and consistent. It has a installer to install the third-party apps. Now we have the favorite browser that we want to use. For the Office apps, it's using LibreOffice. Again, can I be honest here? I actually prefer only Office. That works better. At least for me, I'm using that on my Windows. Maybe in Linux Mint, the LibreOffice will work better. It has the consistent dark theme. I don't think I need to switch to the only Office. I also like the file manager. It is the same file manager that we get in Ubuntu. I'm familiar with this. You know, let's play Minecraft. Hopefully we can download Minecraft in here and play just to see how it runs. Oh, we have so many options in here. According to the internet, the Prism launcher is the most popular. Let's install this. Let's add the Microsoft account. Now let's download the game itself. We're gonna play the latest version of Minecraft. Can I go full screen with F11? Yes, I can. Look at that. That was smooth. Okay, let's play the single player. Let's do difficulty hard. And it is loading. Can I see the system info? Okay, we need to find the task manager in here. But look at that. Out of the box, it's running like butter. No issues at all. Minecraft is playable. Right now, that's the only game that I play. You know, where is the task manager in Mint? I want to see the system info. What is called task manager? Oh, system monitor. I think we need better system monitor than this. I know this is similar to Ubuntu. Let's actually download better task manager. I'm gonna be honest here. The experience so far is better than Ubuntu. I have mixed feeling for Ubuntu for a few reasons. First one is the snap. Second, the default desktop environment, the GNOME, is getting worse and worse for normal users. This, you know, out of the box, a 10 out of 10. For the desktop environment, the way it looks, the way it works. This one, Mission Center, is gonna give me better task manager in Linux Mint. Look at that. This looks exactly like Windows Task Manager. And another thing what I have noticed is that in this Task Manager, I can see the temperature of the disk too. It's better than Windows Task Manager. My GPU is also doing fine. Both of the GPUs actually, it shows both GPUs performance in here. We have iGPU and the NVIDIA GPU. Wow, you can also customize this. Can I make this always on top? So when I run the Minecraft, I can see the performance. Let's launch the Minecraft one more time just to see the performance, you know. Look at that. It's utilizing my CPU, almost all of it. Minecraft is a CPU intensive game. I think it is utilizing my internal GPU instead of the external. I need to restart my PC because I have actually set this to performance mode. It asked me to reboot. I didn't reboot, so let's reboot and test this one more time. Can I be honest here one more time? This thing is running way better than I expected. I need to figure out how to duplicate my displays because there are 3 displays and I want to duplicate 3 and 1. Okay, how do I do that? And for this, I may have to do some terminal configuration because I can't find the duplicate option anywhere. Okay, if I put this bash script here, it should work. Okay, that didn't work. Hopefully this one works. Yes, finally. Okay, basically the screen you're seeing right now is a duplicate of the screen that I'm using. I used AI for the help, so wish there was a way to do it graphically, but was easier than I expected. Now the Linux Mint is running at its maximum speed. It should utilize the dedicated GPU instead of the iGPU. Yes, look at that. The GPU 0 is sitting silently. You know, I'm surprised how well Minecraft ran with the internal GPU earlier. Yeah, earlier it wasn't actually using the dedicated GPU. I did not notice anything. Now looking at the system stats, I can tell that it's using the GPU more. Yeah, this makes perfect sense. And surprisingly, we haven't went inside the settings of this operating system yet. So let's go inside the settings. It's called system settings. It looks a little bit different. It looks like the Windows Control Center because all the things are in icon in grid instead of the list. Let's actually change the background. So these are the default backgrounds. Ooh, there are also wallpapers. Yeah, this one also looks fancy. Yeah, the built-in wallpapers are also great. Every default in this operating system is actually good. Let's check on the right-click menu. Add desklets. What is that? Oh, okay. These are widgets, I guess. Let's go to About System Information, see what's up. So it's using the Linux kernel 6.17. That's, I think, not a latest. Ubuntu, on the other hand, is using 7. Linux is improving day by day, so having a latest Linux kernel is also good. But one thing I noticed here, the display server, it's using X11. That means I can't use Wayland specific applications. So there is this thing called Waydroid. It lets you run Android inside Linux. So I wonder if this works in Linux Mint. Let's actually install this to find out. Okay, Waydroid is downloaded, defaulting to Wayland 0 something something. So we need Wayland to use this. I already have Western installed. Oh, okay. So this is a screen inside screens. Look at that. It worked. I don't think this is the best way to use it. I think we get the same performance. It's pretty fast. Now, if Linux Mint was running on Wayland, all the apps that are available inside the Waydroid will appear in the start menu, which is not going to happen because we are using virtual display for it. In my opinion, out of the box, this is probably one of the best operating system out there, including Windows. I'm not going to talk about the software compatibility and all that. We all know that Linux has less games and app support, but you know, the gap is closing slowly, and I can see myself using Linux Mint in the future, even though I have only tried 3 so far. So I still need to try more to actually find my preferred Linux distro. And let me know in the comments which Linux distro should I try next. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself and have fun. Bye-bye.